Hello everybody. I just want to say, right, you may see all these people online on like YouTube and things like that, and you distance yourself from them. You put yourself in a position of weakness in your mind, right? You say like, oh, these people are doing so well, how could I get there? Like, those are so far away. I can't fathom having an extra £100,000, that $100,000 that they've just made. Well, let me tell you one thing, right? There is one word, right, called the S word. This is the word that keeps you from being them. And you're probably thinking, what's the S word? You know, what's the S word going to be? The S word is should. I'm not looking at anything over there, by the way. I'm going to try to keep focused towards you guys, don't worry. But the S word means should, right? Because should has a connotation of guilt, shame, regret, right? And that mind frame is a negative mind frame. And if you put yourself in that mind frame, then you're obviously going to succeed less than others, or you're not going to succeed, right? Whenever something happens to me, right, and I understand, oh, I could have seized this opportunity, or I should have seized this opportunity, and I had the chance to, and I didn't. What do I say? I don't say, oh, I should have done it. I should have done this. Because that also, implies the fact that it's too late. Because if you said I should have, that means the opportunity has passed and there's nothing you can do about it now. And all you can do here is sit and regret and have self-pity and say, damn, I should have invested in Bitcoin in like 2016. Damn, I should have invested in ChatGPT. I should have invested in Tesla stock. I should have invested. I should. No. Whenever something like that happens to me, right, you always have to change your mind frame a little. You don't think I should have. It's more, I will make sure that this next opportunity coming is something that I seize, right? So obviously I was too young. I was not too young. I was in an average like child or average teenager. I was not thinking about Bitcoin back when I could have had the opportunity, you know. I was not really thinking about it. So it maybe it's things like AI. I should have invested in AI type of thing. But no, don't think about that, right? Now I'm thinking, oh yeah, ChatGPT has come out. That means there's going to be more and more opportunities, and more there's should haves. More and more people in the next 4 or 5 years, you're gonna be hearing, I should have. You know, with the more opportunity that comes, the more regret and the more, you know, like guilt and shame people think about when they miss the opportunity. Let me tell you the reason as to why people miss opportunities, right? The reason as to why people miss opportunities is because they don't put themselves in a position to be conscious of said opportunity. Okay? So if I'm just chilling and I'm going to these frat parties or whatever, going out, having fun, doing all of these scandalous, medial things, you know, that have no benefit to me and only like negatively prosper in my life, right? All of these things, that is going to pay dividends in the opportunity costs. Okay? There's a reason as to why opportunity costs exist. The idea of opportunity cost is because of the idea of I should have invested into this. I should have put my money in that. I should put it in this. And the fact that this is doing £10 and this is doing £30, my opportunity costs £20. No. I don't look at it that way. I don't look at it like, oh yeah, I missed out on this opportunity. I look at it as in, that is something that had happened, and now I'm looking for the next one. You know, can you see the difference in the mind frame? One of them is they passed and it's negative. And then the second one, which is mine, is positive and it's for the future, which means that it's within your capability to change, you know? Life is very meritocratic, even if you don't presume it to be. You know, the harder you work, the more money you're going to make. You know, that's a general rule. It may not apply to every single situation in the world. However, if you apply it to about 90% of situations, especially in the West it might be 99 to 100%. You get me? But if you apply it to these situations, then you can understand, right, that the harder you work, if you work hard, and obviously it's because working hard and the idea of meritocracy is that you like the harder you work, the more money you make, but it's also that you know what to work on because you've worked so hard, right? So let me give you an analogy, right? Let's just say there's this one guy and he's fought one time in his life, okay? And then there's this other guy, that they've got in a quarrel now, and this guy is a professional MMA fighter. Who's going to win? It's obviously going to be the professional MMA fighter. I'm not saying because he knew what to do. The reason as to why he knew and how to fight and all of these things is through experience. And it's through the hard work. You know, people say, oh, I want to work smart, not hard. It's not how it works. If you just work hard, working smart will come. You know, especially towards the beginning of I'm talking towards the beginning of your journey, right? Maybe in the future, obviously, if you're making hundreds of thousands of pounds, obviously work smart. You know, you don't spend 100 hours building your website without code, just you learning how to code it. Don't do none of that. You know, obviously work smart. But I'm talking about towards the people who are new and the beginners, or even semi-beginners, you know, intermediate level, right? The idea is that people want to work smart because it's a shortcut. People see it as, oh yeah, I'm working smart, which means I'm saving time and I can do more. In reality, you working smart is lessening the amount of work you get done, right? Because the idea of people's minds of working smart, right, is, oh yeah, I'm going to plan out how I do it. That way I can't fail because I'm being smart about it. You know, people, so then if I plan out and I do, oh, this one is the worst one. I will do hundreds of hours of research. So if I do all the research, then I will never ever fail because I know exactly what to do. However, this idea of, oh, I'll do the research, no, that doesn't work. It's because the best teacher is experience, regardless of what happens. You know, if you decide, let me try and learn Arabic, there's no amount of flashcards. You could do thousands of flashcards, right? Even on a word-to-word basis, thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of flashcards. You do a flashcard for every single word in the dictionary. You're trying to learn how, you're trying to work smart, you know? But the only way that you'll be able to implement it and build those sentences and actually speak it is through experience. So I don't understand this idea of people saying, I want to work smart. Just work, bro. Don't work smart. Just work. You get me? And then let me go back to the idea of what I said about should. You know? This kind of ties back into the idea of working hard, right? If you work hard, they will have less shoulds. You won't have any more should. You won't be thinking should, I should have. It's because you've worked so hard and that you are learning and becoming better every single day because you're learning, because you're working. You know? It's mutually exclusive, either this or that, right? The harder you work, the less regret and the less I should have and the less opportunity costs you have. So just work. You know, we don't need to hear I should, you don't need to, all of that stuff is gay. Nothing against gay people, but it's just like, it doesn't make sense to me. People talking about, oh, I should. Forget about I should. Focus. You know? And I'm only saying this, I'm not saying this in a position of like abundance or wealth. You know, I'm not trying to say I'm some amazing guy and I'm rich. No. I'm still learning myself. This is a learning curve. You know, even if you think about it, right, all of the big dogs that you guys may know, Iman Kadze, you know, Andrew Tate, they're all still learning. Every single day they're learning, you know. So it's not a negative thing to learn. I'm happy to learn every single day. And I watch videos like this, like sit down videos where someone's talking, and I watch videos like this and I learn and I take something from them, or I read a book and it'll tell me something that is a little bit, you know, a different perspective on life. So that's another thing, right? One thing you should do, is read books. Just read a lot of books. The more books that you read, the more knowledge you'll have, and the more knowledge you'll have, the less opportunity costs, and the less times you'll miss out on things because you know it's there. What did I say? I said the reason as to why people say I should is because they put themselves in a position where they are not able, or they're not conscious enough to understand that parameters and those new opportunities. It's because they put themselves in that position. Why do they put themselves in that position? Because they love their comfort. They love the idea of comfort. You know, it's a biological thing. You know, biologically, we are trained to do what is necessary and don't do what is difficult. You know, that's our biology. I'm not saying it's a negative thing. I'm not saying it's a positive thing. It's our biology, okay? That's an objective truth, right? To save energy, to bear energy, so we can obviously use it in times of need. You know, that's why the idea of greed comes, to save something for rainy days or anything like that, or just, you know, there's many aspects as to where this can deviate. But anyway, I digress. In terms of the word should, right? I think that should be excommunicated from the English vocabulary, from the Arabic, whatever language you speak, any language in Europe, any language in Asia, or Africa, or South America, sorry. All of those, in every single language, there should be no word should. Because should is only negative. And it has literally, you know, when people talk about ROI and like returns and stuff, right? When you say the word should, your ROI is negative. Because you only diminish your, like, the things that you have done. So let's say, oh, damn, I've been working hard for this last like 7 years, but damn, I should have invested in Bitcoin. That kind of diminishes everything I've been doing for the last 7 years because of the fact that I wasn't conscious enough or able or understanding enough to invest in Bitcoin at the time. See the logic? Doesn't make sense, does it? Because should is either brings you shame, guilt, or it diminishes your actual results that you have now. And you need to know something about being, what's the word called? Something about being jealous of others, right? That might be another video in itself. Don't be jealous of others, use it as inspiration, or just understand that you're on a different life path. You know, it's Qadr Allah. I don't know how many Muslims are watching this, but that just means it's the will of God. You know, it's preordained, it's written. Get me? So don't stress about something you can't control firstly. That's one of the things as well, but that kind of ties into it. The more you stress about something that you can't control, the more stress and the more negative and the worse your life will be ever. That makes sense. The worse that your life will be. Mainly because, you know the idea of what I said before, the meritocratic idea? This is not, meritocratic just means you work for it. You get what you work for, basically. That's the idea of meritocracy. So, that idea, you're missing out on it, then you just lose. You get me? If you just take accountability, you know what? I should make another video. I'll make another video. Anyway, delete the word should from your vocabulary. It's bad for your health.